a
And
Pong? I'm like checking everything out
yeah,
behind you.
yeah.
That's so cool.
There's like Pong stuff, and then there's some
Amazing.
Akira panels. There's a page from Akira back there, and
Atari. That's
yeah,
so cool.
yeah. This is my writing office, and I got all kinds of crazy stuff in here. So
I like it. Very,
yeah.
very cool.
How many rewrites did you go through with the book?
This book had about the normal rewrite system for me. So I'm gonna set this up by saying I just wrote so that you don't think I'm like terrible writer. I just I just wrote a book and another book that I literally did a draft on, and I felt, wow, that was ready to go. And then like I did two of those books in a row. This was a little tougher because it was originally 5 issues, like I had structured it, and then it was turned into a graphic novel. While it still works as like 5 acts, and it should still work, there's still some smoothing over you have to do. But also, I left a lot on the floor. I cut out a lot of this, a lot of jokes, a lot of pages, a lot of stuff. This went through the normal amount of rewrites for me, so I'm gonna say, I don't know, probably like 5 to 10 rewrites per issue.
Wow.
Not, and that's not Mad Cave saying rewrite. I'm talking about my process.
Hmm.
So that's my process is you write through it, and then like I said, you discover the characters a little more, and you're like, oh, it would be cool if we did this, and oh, this would be a nice moment to have. And at some point I thought there needed to be an interlude here, and I went back and I put an interlude in. So it's kind of a messy process sometimes. So there's a blur on how many drafts are there actually are, because I'll go back, change one little thing. My process can be clean and it can be messy, and with this it was somewhere in the middle. So I'm going to say about 5 to 10 drafts on this. So
Wow.
Okay.
What
yeah, and I
character
turned them
does?
in. Go ahead.
Go
Sorry.
ahead. No, no, no. Go ahead.
Well, I turned them in parts, and so we had like part one, part two, part 1 through 5, and so I would turn them in parts, and then I'd go back and if I turned in part one, but I was writing part five, I'd say I'd go back and put something in part two that would make part five better. It's
Hmm.
it's most writers are like that. But I felt like I had a strong foundation when we started, and I just tried not to screw it up. So 90% of writing sometimes is not screwing it up. So that's how I look at it. Is you find what's organic in the story, and you try not to screw it up. So.
Okay.
Okay. With Nicola and her artwork, how did I say her name right?
Yes, I call him Nicola.
Nicola.
It is
Oh,
Vim.
it's a. Oh my God.
Well, I
Okay.
didn't. It don't feel bad. I didn't know for the longest time. He had, I think he had him and his girlfriend on his Facebook profile picture, and I
Okay.
didn't know, either, and I never asked, and then I figured it out at some point pretty quickly, and then so that's fine. Everyone does it.
Oh, good. Because now I don't feel. Oh my God.
Happy
Okay.
Monday.
Yes. Happy Monday. Amazing. Thank you so much. Okay. With the art, and look at this. People they're so awesome. Let's talk about this art. There it is. That's a better thing of the cover.
I
How
love
many
it.
different character? Yeah, I know. Isn't that amazing? How many different character designs did we go through until they nailed what you wrote and what you saw inside your head?
Not many. I think I said yes to his first. He did them, and I said
Mm-hmm.
yes, and then he did them before. Of course, we were picked up because I put some concept pieces in it, and then when it went to manga, he shifted it a little.
Okay.
Um, he shifted it just a little, and so I'm gonna say 1 to 1.5 drafts,
Wow.
and he had nailed that from the beginning, and him and I click pretty well. We're working on 4 or 5 books right now together.
Wow.
So yeah, him and I click pretty well. I love him. So yeah, I couldn't be happier. So about
All right.
one and a half.
Can you explain and give us a little sneak peek into the book since we are going in blind on this? Can you give us a sneak peek on which character is which and give our guests, our audience rather, who's who on the cover
Okay.
of this graphic novel?
So left to right is Sam. Sam is the kind of the crazy one. She'll do anything, anytime. She'll blow anything up. She's she's a little mad in the head. Um, and then to her right, to her left, to our right is Bethany, and Bethany is the protagonist. And more than the rest of them, Bethany wants to blow up the world, even though she's level-headed. She wants to blow up the world. There are reasons that she despises the world, and she wants to blow it up. And you find out as you go. You find out why, and you think you find out why, and you delve a little deeper into it. Um, yeah. All the way to the right is Pullman. He's the leader of the team, or at least he thinks he is. And it's more Bethany kind of pulling the strings, and she's the adult in the room. And he's not the best leader, but nobody says anything. Because they don't care. They don't care if they live it. The world is terrible. It's been through 8 apocalypses. They don't care if they live or die at some point. And so when they go to blow up the world, it's like one of the first things they care about in a long time is like they have this mission to blow up the world. And to his left to his right and our left is Toth, and he's kind of the heart of the team. He's the big lovable guy. He always wanted a family. His parents abandoned him in the wasteland, and he found them. So he wants to always make sure the team is together, the team is happy, and he's just glad he found them. And all of those things mix into a soup and a chemistry that gets some nice inner conflict with the team throughout the issue.
Amazing.
Sounds really good. I want to read this.
Yeah, it does. It sounds amazing. The color scheme of the book. The colorist of the book, I can't remember who the colorist is.
It's black and white. It's manga, so it's
okay.
Not that it has to be black and white in manga, but it's black and white. The cover obviously is colored, so
yes,
the interior is black and white.
Awesome.
The cover of the book is just brilliant. Who came up with the color scheme on that?
Nicola. I just let him go, and he he just does his job. He's great. I mean, he's worked for a lot of companies, and so him and I, we sort of converged at this time where I've organically been writing more stuff in the tune of manga and anime. Like my influences have organically gone over there, and his style is perfect for that. And we kind of converged on that, and at this point in our lives, and so he's been perfect for a lot of the stuff that we've done, or we're doing, or we have coming up.
Awesome. Where do the names come from?
Claude likes the cover. The cover looks awesome. I like the cover too.
Where did the numbers? Oh my God! Now we're not going to talk about numbers. Where did the names for each character come from?
Nowhere. I just thought Toth is short because like rock. You think of it like Toth. It kind of made sense to make him like rock or something, or he's the tank. Rock, it's that sort of thing. Bethany, I've always liked that name, and I've never used it for a character before. Sam is his name is a joke that ended up I never used in the thing, and it was like it was like an acronym, but it wasn't an acronym for anything. She just thought it was cool to have an acronym for a name. And then who did I forget? Pullman. I probably just named him after Bill Pullman. Just because I like the last name. Just because I like the last name, so I made his first name Pullman. Something like that.
That's what I was certainly thinking. I was thinking,
so interestingly, I do that, but I just got me into a little bit of trouble because I wrote a book like 10 years ago, and it's going to come out. And I have to go in and change the name because I made the name Skarsgård because there were actors out there I liked who were Skarsgård, and they weren't big at all. And now all the Skarsgårds are big, and I feel like, he just named his guy after the. And I did, but I did it at a time when he wasn't big, so that kind of bit me in the ass this time.
So how does that? Okay, so how does that work? You have to rewrite the whole book and send it to the publisher again, or do you have to?
No,
seriously.
Just the scripts, and it's easy with find and replace. The find and replace option in Google. So you just go in, type Skarsgård, and then change it to like Bob.
All
Hi,
right.
Ryan.
Hey, Ryan Santos will be with us on Thursday night. And
Cover
what
looks
does Ryan
clean
say?
and catches the eye, itching to see the pages. Same. It's very, very like inviting. I want to see. I agree. I agree.
Now, Ryan himself is a creator, artist, great. And I thought I have a piece of Ryan's work. Let's pull. Do we have a piece of Ryan's work? Yes, we do. Where did it go? Oh. How do you audition for new artists and new people that would like to get on your team?
I basically go online and just like I follow a lot of people, and then stuff will start. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I follow, I scout, and then I work with people who I've worked with before. But at some point, I had to scout and find them. I mean, the way we used to do it was digital webbing. I don't know how many people remember that, but it was it was like a bulletin board website where artists and writers would hook up, and you'd say whether you're paying, you'd say whether it was a co-creator deal. So I met a lot of people back then, but now I just look for who's best for the what I think that book is, and I go out and I look, and I'll ask people. I'll ask as long as I feel they're right. So
Cool. Cool. So they have to actually mesh with you. If now our audience, they do like autographed copies of books. They like to have books that are signed. How many comic book conventions or how many conventions appearances, store appearances do you have upcoming once the graphic novel comes out? If you don't have any, how do they buy the book off of Mad Cave? How do they buy it from their local LCS? Do you have a PO box that they can send it to you to get that book signed or signed by the team that then they can get it back?
yeah, absolutely. I don't have that hand. I don't can't like my PO box. I don't remember. But I don't. So I'll be I'll be a guest in Canton. That's like the big con in September with the Hall of Fame con. I'll be doing some signings between now and then for a bunch of books like World Enders and a book called Kai Junior. I haven't scheduled a lot of that stuff yet, but I'll probably be in Baltimore too. But the easiest thing to do is email me. I have the most awesome email in the world. It's comicwriter@gmail.com. And so if, or just look me up on Facebook and just send me a friend request or something. And so or just comicwriter@gmail.com. So.
Hey, Awesome Geek headquarters is in the house. John Voight,
Hello.
one of our networks. How in the world did you score that email? That's a story
That
in
is a
its
cool
own.
email.
I am 2 degrees away from Kevin Smith. And I worked for View Askew very shortly for a period of time when they did a website called Movie Poop Shoot.
Okay.
And Google was coming out with the Gmail. I sound like my grandmother. Google was coming out with the Gmail, but Google was coming out with Gmail around that time, and certain people, at the time you might say influencers, VIPs, whatever, they would send out these the initial invites to Gmail. So the initial one of these initials went to Kevin. He got a bunch of them, and then Kevin sent some of these to a mutual friend of ours, and he sent me. He sent me. I was very in early on the process. Now, had I known, I might have gotten Ford@gmail.com, or I don't think you can sell them though. I remember that being a thing. So I just took comicwriter@gmail.com.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a cute little story. But shout out to DJ Kaufman, who I started in this business with, and he got some invites, and then he sent me some invites. So we were doing Movie Poop Shoot, which was a fictional website in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back.
Yeah.
And then we were providing strips for the content on the actual website that was modeled after. And it was me and like DJ, and then Brian Lynch was on there. He writes like the Minion movies now. And then there were a couple other people, and we were providing content, and that's how I got it.
Awesome. All right. Hey, we're going to take 30 seconds. Oh, thank you very much for